I lived on Mars for an entire year, and I'm convinced I'll never get used to it. To the dusty air.
Anything I can help you with?
On the hull, multiple leeches in the grav drive.
Suppose that would explain the brown
what can I
house.
do for you?
So, what's this going to run?
If there are no other surprises, mid-five figures.
5 figures? 5?
Been a long time since I've been to
Fine.
Mars. Solar
Do it.
system doesn't get a lot of
I'll be at
traffic.
the bar. Find me when it's done.
We're on it, sir.
Building Sidonia completely underground was a clever way of keeping the city shielded from the harsh Martian landscape. You might be interested in.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just make sure to keep them holstered at all times.
Yeah, do you have any idea how far we've traveled? How much money we spent?
A friend offered me a nice cushy office job, but I'm making double out here in the Sidonia Mines.
Conservative can't say I'm a fan of excitement and drama around here. Everything. I make it a point not to sell crap. We got beer, wine, and spirits. We don't do too many fancy mixed drinks, at least not the kind you get in Neon or New Atlantis. It's my belief that the only booze worth drinking doesn't need to be mixed with something else to taste good. What's your poison? He ain't been around. Went off on patrol, hasn't been back in since. We're starting to think it might be time to pour one out to the blackest sea. Sounds about right, yeah. Look, nothing more I'd love than to help out a fellow Martian. Especially one that's missing. But,
He has a tab, and you don't know if he's coming back.
it's a lot of credits, okay? I let it slide for a long time because he's a regular, but if I'm out all that money, I got problems. What do you say? Let me confirm email. Okay, let's talk. Last time he was here, Moera kept yelling about the Lady of Love, singing songs, all that kind of thing.
Venus? That's only one planet. Hardly an entire patrol route.
I got what I got, okay?
Fine. We'll make do.
Come on, forget it. Let's get out.
Keep it simple or keep to yourself.
It's not too late to catch
And
a ride
everyone
back
be
home.
happy.
There's nothing like seeing old sword customer big window at the mall.
Prepare for today's final subterranean particle detonation. Be advised to secure loose articles and find stable ground or remain seated in the event of unforeseen tremors.
People always ask me what I think
Detonation
about
occurs.
mining.
Did you know Deimos makes the majority of the ships for the UC Navy? If you ask me, that's a hell of a lucrative contract. Some kind of aqueduct.
Seriously, I always tell my
Final
mates.
particle detonation.
Pulling rocks out of the
concluded.
ground, not
It is
building
now safe to
spaceships.
resume normal activity.
Welcome. Nice to meet you. Name's Trevor, mining director for the Deimos mining project here in scenic underground Sidonia. I could spare a minute or two to chat, so long as you're not looking for mining work, I suppose. Yep, that's me. Joined up with Deimos when I was just 17 as a mining gopher. Go for this, go for that, you know how it is. I worked hard, proved myself capable, and got the promotion to mining director about 6 years ago, after the old boss retired. Some of the older guys resent me, but I give everyone a lot of leeway as long as they meet their quotas. So that keeps them happy enough. Oh, that! Oh, nothing to worry about. We do fracking on Mars with subterranean particle detonations. Those announcements are just to let people know when to expect them. Now, you probably felt the rumble when the detonations actually go off. That's all it is. Not too bad, eh? Yeah, no worries, mate. I can totally see how it'd be odd if you're not used to it. Just sit down, or be sure you're within reach of something to hold on to if the quaking makes you uneasy, and you'll be fine. Argos, huh? Yeah, I've heard of them. That's great, but yeah, unfortunately all our mining contracts are filled right now. Unless, maybe you could help me out with a job. Off the books. Nah, well, if I'm being upfront, maybe a little. But I promise, it's harmless. See, you might have noticed that our equipment ain't exactly holding together like it used to. Problem is, we can't get new equipment unless we start exceeding our quotas. And we can't do that until we get new equipment. A real dilemma, right? I've got a plan for solving our little problem, though. Okay, glad you're still on board. First, I need someone from the outside to bolster our yields so we can prove that we can exceed our quota. I'll fill you in on the rest of the details after you've hauled up some more. One standard quota should do. I need to know I can trust you with the easy stuff first. When you've got enough, drop it off in the bin over there for processing. Then come see me. Okay, that ore you mined is really gonna bolster our numbers. Great. Now, the next part is a little trickier. Our Director of Mining Operations, Peter Brennan, fired his last assistant over a month ago. Peter's the only one who can approve the order for new equipment, and unfortunately, he's useless without an assistant. I think I've got a surefire way for you to get that job. Then you, as his assistant, can get him to sign off on the approval. We just need you to take the job until we get the approval signed. Then you can quit, keep it, or do whatever. It's not as bad as it sounds. Worst case scenario, you may have to go fetch some stuff for him and go over his messages. It'll be easy, I promise. You don't think I've tried? Like I said, the guy is literally useless without his assistant. I don't even know if he knows how to actually use a computer. And everything Deimos does is so mired in bureaucracy because of their contracts with the UC. Which means, unfortunately, we need to do all the things by the book if we want them done at all. Now hold on, it's not that easy. You'll need to apply for it like anyone else. Head to the Deimos Star Yard's office up in orbit to fill out the application. It's where that job is posted. Come back and see me when you've done that, and we'll talk about how to secure the position for you.
You're jumping through a lot of hoops to get those miners the equipment that they need. Look at this place. I can't imagine being cramped down here, choking on the fumes and the dust. No trees, no grass. It's depressing.
Pleasant change of scenery.
Yes, infallible one. It's very rude of the universe to not welcome you with fireworks when you arrive in space. At a bare minimum, a shooting star would be nice.
UC's watching over this star yard like a hawk, so we should watch our step.
When humanity finally left the
Welcome to Deimos.
the United Colonies was
Deimos builds some of the toughest ships in the settled systems. That's probably why the UC Navy continues to contract with them to this day.
I wish Deimos was exclusively a military contractor.
Ah, it's nice to see someone not in uniform. They can be so touchy, you know. Always eager to point out the slightest problem. Oh, please tell me you aren't secretly some high-ranking general, are you? Should I bow or curtsy then? I assume you're here for a ship. Either that or you are really, really lost. Mr. Henderson handles sales, but if you want to know anything about our ships, I'm your gal. If you have your own ship, we're always looking for bulk resources. The Star Yards have negotiated a set price with the Trade Authority, twice the market rate. As a first-time contractor, I am required by law to let you know that every Star Yard offers the same terms. But obviously, you should deal with us. Depending on your cargo hold size, you may need to make several trips to fulfill the order. So what we need is aluminum. The request is for a large quantity, 5,000 units of it. Excellent. This invoice has the details. The UC Navy. I repaired just about every class of vessel there is. I even repaired Henderson's longsword once or twice. I swear that man has a guardian angel with him full time. Or 3. Deimos hired me because I know every rivet and microchip on these ships. So if Henderson gets stumped on something, it's showtime. I mean, they're very good, obviously. But these days, everyone's using the same core tech, right? Oh, shit. Do you know you can be lectured on being too honest? Right. What makes Deimos special, though, is the package. We've been building ships forever, and the way we put it all together, well, it's really good. In a, I'm gonna murder my enemies sort of way. Hmm? Oh, yeah? Well, I take that as a compliment. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It can be pretty hard working with these no-nonsense military types. Oops. Yeah, I probably shouldn't say things like that, at least not so loudly. I've already been written up twice this week. I can only take so many lectures. Man, I could really use a drink. Yeah, but who thinks to themselves, man, I could really use a nice glass of water after a hard day. What I could really use is Jake's Stout, from Jake's Bar in New Atlantis, of course. Or The Well, to be more specific. I used to love that place when I lived there. I mean, Jake isn't friendly, but he can make a pretty good drink. Say, you're the traveling type, right? Would you mind grabbing me one of Jake's Stouts? Awesome! Thank you so much. I eagerly await your return. Let me see your manifest. Huh, it doesn't appear you have anything to deliver. Sorry.
Recycled air. Just isn't the same as the real thing.
As the hero of Vectera, you need your own comic book, your own cartoon, your own...
Separation complete.
Switching over to standard engines.
This is United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
Beginning landing cycle.
Is it really necessary for you to drag around all that gear? When you have a moment.
Do you think the documentary about your life will be made into a... Space.
You are entering United Colonies space. Maintain course and
Where shall
prepare
we
to
swing
scan.
to next, oh wise and formidable captain?
And complete. Enjoy your stay in New Atlantis.
I picked up something you might be interested in.
I used to be an actuary.
You'll be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. Kill for a cup of coffee right about now.
When you have a moment.
Hey, no funny stuff with that boost pack. Got enough flight traffic.
Excuse me. I am legally required to remind you management and responsible of countless bad habits. You buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a buddy to talk to or a therapy session or whatever? Walk right back out that door. First of all, I didn't ask what you thought of it. Second, don't blow smoke up my ass. We both know it ain't nice. Down here? Like that's somehow different from other bars? Worse, maybe? That's what you're implying? Yeah? Well, don't. Yeah? All right. All right, then. You buying? You better be buying. I don't do small talk. Well, bye. You buying? You want a beer? Fine. You want a... Down here? What are you? A structural engineer? Some mass egghead? I know full well what down here implies. First of all, second, don't... Uh-huh.
Okay, that's it. Time to sell some of your junk.
You buying? You want a beer? Fine. All right, then.
UC security! You're under arrest! I've got special orders. You're coming with me. Prepare for immediate transport to our vessel. I've been authorized to inform you that you're being transferred to the UC Vigilance. You'll find out more when you get there. Other than that, I'm not at liberty to divulge any additional information. We have orders to transport you and your vessel to your final destination, the UC Vigilance. Any deviation from those orders on your part will be considered an act of hostility and will be met with aggressive force. Smart decision. Stand by to be transferred.
I'm telling you, the commander's got plans for this loser. Why else would he be going through all this trouble? I still don't understand why he trusts a criminal. Seems like too much of a risk. Stop worrying and keep an eye on our guest. I'll be right back. You just sit tight. The commander wants to have a little chat. The prisoner's ready, sir. I hope you're comfortable. We have a lot to discuss. I'm your ticket out of the mess you've gotten yourself into. That's all you need to know for now. Highly perceptive. Let me add that to your list of skills. Speaking of which, let's see what we're working with here. Seems you fancied yourself a bit of an explorer in the past. That lines up with where you are now. I also see that you've mined on Vectera, and now you're with Constellation. You've certainly been quite busy. Oh, and look at that. Right at the bottom of this list is the criminal incident that landed you in my crosshairs. I will, when I'm ready. Now that we have that out of the way, let me introduce myself. My name is Commander Kibwe Ikande, and I'm in charge of this operation for UC SysDev. Are you familiar with what we do? United Colonies System Defense. Does that help you figure out exactly what it is we do? UC SysDev is a division of the UC Navy. While they handle the big picture stuff, we deal with a very particular problem. The Crimson Fleet. That convict is where you enter the picture. Are we really playing this game? The pirates, like the ones you tangled with on Vectera? Please stop pretending you have no idea what I'm talking about. No, you don't. Not yet, anyway. We've been prodding at the Crimson Fleet for years, trying to take them down one ship at a time. But we barely scratched the surface. If we can get someone on the inside, we have a shot at finding a loose thread we can pull to bring it all down. Not for me. For yourself. Look, I'm going to make this simple. Agree to work for UCC Steph, and together we take down the Crimson Fleet. Refuse, and I tell these guys to throw you into the nearest lockup. Might even tack on an extra few hundred credits to your fine. Well, first of all, we'll forget about the infraction that landed you on the Vigilance. Wipe the slate clean. Better still, depending on how well you do your job, we'll even kick in a few extra credits to offset any cost that the operation will incur. Or, you can throw all that away and end up back in jail with a hefty fine attached. Of course you have a choice. It's just stacked in my favor. So, what do you say? You going to work with me, or should I find someone else? Smart choice. I'm going to have one of my men escort you to the operations center. I strongly suggest that you don't give him any trouble. And don't bother trying to leave the ship. I think you'll find all access to the docking area is fully restricted.
All right, let's go. So, you took the op instead of serving the time. Gonna be the commander's new role, huh? Going in all alone, infiltrating a bunch of pirates. You've got a lot of guts. Still, it makes you wonder, especially with the stories that go around. Like the one about how the fleet deals with informants by lashing them to the hull of a ship, and then slowly letting the air out of their suit. Could you imagine a worse way to go? I know I couldn't. But I wouldn't worry about it. Since the commander handpicked you, I'm guessing you can hold your breath for a really long time, right? All right, this is as far as I go. Take the lift up to Ops. Commander Ikande should be waiting for you.
I need more hobbies. Right.
Struts retract. Let's get out of here. We're locking into orbit now. Switching over to standard engines.
if you have any questions, I love questions. About ships, that is. Let me see your manifest. Huh, it doesn't appear you have any...
I wish Demos was exclusively a military contract.
Something for you when you have a moment.
I like to think of myself as your emotional support human.
Clamps released.
This is United Colonies Space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. To Mars. You are cleared to land at Sidonia.
It's funny. I bet I've spent more time exploring the Martian surface than roaming around Sidonia itself.
Found a clutch of heat leeches, breeding in the utility section the other day. Not gonna be able to get that.
The UC Exchange is a great place to buy your weapons. Just
Don't worry, trust me. This is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. Not so bad for one of the oldest mines in the settled systems. We struggle with the lack of decent equipment, but we work hard and make up for it. As I'm sure you know, we're responsible for supplying resources to Deimos Star Yards, which in turn is responsible for supplying UC naval vessels. That, among other major projects, makes us one of the United Colony's most important mining operations. The prestige and pay that comes with it almost makes up for being stationed at the arse end of the settled systems in the middle of nowhere. Okay, now we need to ensure you get hired. Basically, we'll need to make sure you're the only choice. To do that, you'll need to get access to the HR terminal in the corporate office upstairs on the main level. If you delete the other applications from the system, you'll be a shoo-in. I happen to know that the HR director, Tia, and the other women in the office tend to go to the Broken Spear for happy hour at 5 every evening. That's your window of opportunity. Believe me, if you knew Tia, you wouldn't worry. I'll be honest, she's so overworked and behind in her tasks that I don't even think she knows there are any applications. That's a good point, though. Once your application is in, I'll ping her and ask her to take a look to see if any applications came in for me. That should get her to finally take a look, see yours, and if all goes well, she'll hire you on the spot. I know it might feel shady, but think of it more like uncorking an unnecessary bottleneck. It's going to help us all. By the way, the HR password is password spelled backwards, which Tia thinks is pretty clever. She gets talkative during happy hour, and loud. I'm surprised everyone doesn't know her password, honestly. Anyway, should be pretty easy. Good luck. worry. Trust me, this is the best shot we've got at getting that request approved. And I can say that I've got some good news for you. I just saw the company message go out that you've been hired as Peter's assistant. Congratulations. They won't. I'll tell you a little secret. No one really cares too much. I'm not saying anyone's bad at their job, just that everyone's too busy and overworked to care. Seriously, no worries, mate. I've been here long enough to know how they operate up there. Not really, and neither should you. Either those applications were old and those people have moved on, or as soon as you disappear after this, they'll get to hiring again. Next step should be easy. Just go to work for Peter, and when you get access to his terminal messages, you'll see my request. All you've got to do is approve that request, and we'll be right on with it. Then, we can get that new equipment and show corporate how it's done. How's the corporate world up there, big shot? Hey, hey! Just messing with you.
Mining must be a fun job, or else why would we keep getting so many applicants? Oh, you're finally back. I feel like you've been gone for ages. Do you know how tough this job is without an assistant? Good. Now, let's make... You look a bit different than I remembered. Did you go to Enhance? No. Now I remember. They told me they sent me someone new. Anyway. They wouldn't say how you did on your application, but they did say no one else was available. Let's hope for the best, shall we? Well, enough chit-chat. Let's get to work. Not, very enthusiastic. Noted. Well, I need something done, and I don't want to go looking for someone to fire you just yet. So, I have a shipment I'm waiting for. Don't know where it is. Last time this happened, my assistant went to speak to the governor. I'm sure he'll help you to get it sorted out. Now, kindly, off with you. I don't know. At first I thought I had multiple assistants that rotated in and out, but it seems I've only ever had one at a time and they all just stopped showing up. I believe my last assistant was supposed to get me some coffee, but never came back. I honestly wasn't listening to whatever they were crying about. Oh, do they cover nothing in orientation anymore? No, strike that. We got rid of orientation, didn't we? Anyway, it's not important. Your job is easy. You do what I ask, and that's pretty much it. I'm surprised you've forgotten that all right, new assistant. I keep forgetting. What's in the shipment? A good assistant knows it's not their place to ask. Bad assistants get fired. Mediocre assistants get... You know what? I forgot where I was going with this, but it doesn't matter. Just get it for me, will you? Also, I don't quite remember. But it is important, that I know. I could, but we'd be wasting valuable time, so no. Have a good one.
Watch out for the robots.
Welcome to the office of the governor.
I couldn't be prouder than to govern the UC's first major space colony. Ah, hello. Welcome. I don't usually have time to speak with random people off the street, but I'd be happy to help if it's something quick. What can I do for you? Something important, huh? Well, lay it out for me. Considering I don't really know you, I'm not sure how to answer that. But Cydonia is a beacon of industry. There's plenty of work to go around. If you have mining experience, you may wish to check with whoever the current Deimos mining director is. Or maybe check with the Deimos Star Yard corporate office. If those aren't your speed, then there are a number of local businesses that are always looking for help. Well, I've been appointed governor, going on 20 years now, I believe. Every day, I am passionate about serving the hard-working people of Mars. I look out for their interests, I support their prosperity, and in return, they help make the United Colonies a shining beacon of hope for humanity. If you ask me, there's nothing better than that. Well then, you've been quite busy making a name for yourself, haven't you? Oh, it's okay. You can drop the act with me.
Interesting. It appears Governor Hurst is well aware of our exploits.
If by exploits, you mean what your friend is doing for Cydonia, and not your work for Constellation, Ms. Morgan, you're right on the money. So look, I admire a go-getter like yourself. You're not in trouble unless you make trouble, and I don't think you're the type. I know you're not really Mr. Brennan's assistant. I don't know exactly what you're up to, but I have little reason to suspect you're up to no good. So let's cut to brass tacks. What can I do for you? Word travels fast around Cydonia. It's my business to know these things. Frankly, I'm not worried about you. As long as you play your cards right, it'll stay that way. Oh, I know exactly what happened to that shipment. However, I suspect Mr. Brennan neglected to tell you that I'm holding it due to his immense backlog of unpaid taxes. Then again, he may be unaware. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll release that shipment for you. But I'm going to need a favor first, since you seem to be adept at keeping quiet. See, my personal spacecraft was stolen, likely by Crimson Fleet pirates. I need someone to find it. Then I need that someone to destroy it. Discreetly. I need tight lips on this. Well, this is a tricky situation indeed. Not to get bogged down in details, but assuming this is the work of pirates, it's best to destroy the ship and everybody on board. Makes it cleaner for insurance purposes. Then we have an agreement. I'll send you to the ship's last known location. Remember, not a word of this leaves this room.
Crew accounted for. We are ready to depart.
We have liftoff.
Back among the stars. As a heavenly celestial, it must feel good for you to see your family.
Our shields are completely offline.
Hey, friend. Don't mean to bother you, but apparently it's good to see someone out here. I've been drifting alone here for 2 days without help. Wait, you on the account? Alright, come on board. I hope you've got some extra ship parts for repairs, because we're going to
Let's get out of here. All right, let's cycle that airlock and get aboard.
So, you're a pirate? Please. We know you're not really with the fleet. Word of advice? Learn the lingo before you attempt anything so stupid again. You've got two choices. We need ship parts to repair our busted craft drive. Hand them over along with your ship, and maybe we'll let you leave. Or we dust you and take it anyway. You've got to the count of 20 before I make that choice for you. Time's up. Thanks for the shit. We'll be sure to set your corpse.
If you're overloaded, we should stop and prioritize what we're carrying. I have things for you.
Nice. Clean set there. Docking site complete.
To Venus? Sure, go ahead. You mean apart from being the chair of Constellation for the past 5 years? Well, let's see. I pride myself with my aptitude for astrodynamics, calculating optimal trajectories for grav jumping. That's been quite useful in the past. And as far as planetary exploration... Okay. Well, that was fun. Now what?
Yes, your immaculateness. What can I do for you?
Docking complete, Captain.
And prepared to be scanned. And we're done. Welcome to Mars.
Now you can see why UC Marines that get sent here consider this posting a punishment.
Look what the Martian winds blew in.
Found a clutch of heat leeches.
I sure hope you've taken care of our little, problem. Did you, take care of my little problem? Good. I'll release Mr. Brennan's shipment to you as promised. I'll even defer his taxes as a little bonus. You really helped me out of this bind. Don't take this the wrong way, but I hope I'm never in need of your help like this again.
It's amazing how smoothly our mining operations run with me in charge. I can't recall the last time we've had any major issues. My shipment. Do you have it yet?
Please exercise caution near balcony edges.
Ah, yes. I'll take that. Now, I've probably got some important messages I need you to take care of for me while I, attend to some other important matters at hand. You'll need my password. Remember, if you reply to anything, try to mimic my style and speech patterns. You know, for consistency. Yeah.
Why are you bothering to carry all that junk?
It's true, Gilly. We know. You haven't exactly been very good at hiding it.
I hope I didn't make a mistake by letting Hank go. I wonder what's taking Hank so long. I saw. Good work. See? I knew having someone on the inside like that would work out. I've already put it in order for the equipment. I was going to ask you to pick it up for me, but there's a problem. One of my guys, Hank Ferraro, offered to go. I tried to tell him he'd be more useful sticking to his job here, but he insisted, and he was already on his way out before I could stop him. But it shouldn't be taking this long. Just a quick trip to Gagarin and back. I'm concerned. I could use some help with this.
Now he's telling anyone who asks about it that it's going on your dam.
He what? Oh crap! There's no way I can afford all that. Wait, you're messing.
Hank's been a difficult employee, to be honest. More interested in showing off than doing good work. He's aggressive. He starts shit with the other employees. He's often late for work and so on. So this came up and I figured maybe he's trying to turn things around. Even though I was reluctant, I wanted to give him a chance. Now I'm questioning if it was a good idea. Oh, thanks. This is a huge help. You'll be happy to know I actually carved out some of the budget so I can pay you for all of your assistance. We don't currently have much information to go on. I'd suggest checking with Sidonia's ship services over at the starport first. They'd be the last person I know that's seen Hank. It's all I've got without sending you all the way to Gagarin to retrace his steps. Good luck.
A sober Sidonia is a safe Sidonia. While indulging in alcoholic beverages is not discouraged, operating heavy machinery while under the influence is dangerous to yourself and those around you. Please always drink responsibly.
Some work done? Hey, what can I do for you? Nothing for us to do. You're in good flying condition. Okay, no problem. I'm sure you can find something you like. Let's see here. Hank. No one by that name. Oh, wait. Here we go. Henry Farrell. Hank's gotta be his nickname. Yeah, he's been through here. Took his ship and departed. Actually, it looks like he came back into Mars space recently, but he didn't land here at the spaceport. The ship diverted and landed outside the city a ways. I've been doing this job for years, and I can't think of many reasons someone would come in for landing, but divert somewhere else. I've seen people try to offload some sort of contraband that way, but usually they don't do a flyby of the port before doing so. And scans would have picked it up, so I don't know. You're gonna have to ask me yourself, if you manage to track him down, that is. Nothing out of the ordinary. Got a ship and left. Tried and failed to get a discount on fueling up. That's about it. Yeah, something seems off about this. You're probably right that you need to work this out with your boss. Maybe some wires got crossed. Anyway, good luck and good day to you.
Crime's at an all-time low around Sidonia. Let's keep
You doing okay? I know it's been a rough week.
I hope I didn't make it. I wonder what's taking Hank so long. That's a little suspicious. Why would he do that? Moreover, why wouldn't he return with the goods? Something's definitely up. I asked around while you were gone. Some of his co-workers mentioned there's been a little extra, well, Hank lately. In particular, he was cursing up a storm about work and about his co-workers. Said some things that make me think his intentions here were not pure. Anyway, he's not too bright. Maybe he's still here in Sidonia. Check the Broken Spear. He frequently goes there to drink. We need to get to the bottom of this. Dunno. Hank's kind of a weird guy. He never fit in with the team. Tended to act a little sketchy. Always figured he'd be done after one contract. Guy like Hank, maybe he's just looking to sell it on the black market and earn an extra paycheck. Can't say for sure. Hey, I'm not going to tell you how to do your job. I will say that I won't officially tell you to do anything to him. But he's been surly as of late and always had a weird chip on his shoulder. So if it comes to that, you do what you need to do to protect yourself. Well, see if you can get him to admit it first, and if he does, see if you can get it back from him. If he resists, or otherwise won't tell you what we need to know, then we may have to turn him in. I trust that Sidonia security will bust him good, but he may not tell him where our stuff is. So see if you can at least get that out of him first. Remember, it's most important that we find out where the equipment is. We can always deal with Hank later. We've got to do it before we lose track of it, before it gets sold, moved, or worse. And we've got to hope to whatever higher power you believe in that it wasn't jettisoned into space. We've got our work cut out for us. Good luck.
All citizens are welcome and encouraged to make use of the Sidonia Community Center on the mid-level for activities of all sorts. Seek a community center representative to plan your event or regular gathering today.
Still pulling up huge mineral deposits after all this time.
What a long day.
Sidonia glows. My story? My story is that I don't like people asking what my story is. I'm just messing! But really, I don't want to talk about myself.
Tell you what, this one's on the house.
What? Standing around pointing a cutter at some rocks all day? It sucks, but it's easy, so whatever. Way better than my last job at Chunks, though. Questions, huh? Let me buy you a beer first. Here you go. Anyway, I seen you talking to Trevor. What's someone like you doing sticking your nose where it doesn't belong? Oh, do you now? Well, you're not wrong. I do have something to do with it. In fact, I'm the one who took it. I had to. Those guys all think I'm some kind of joke. And I'm stuck with this stupid 3-year contract. I can't afford to break it. So, screw Deimos, screw Trevor and all the other miners. Losing that equipment's the last straw for them. Did he tell you that? One last failure in a string of failures to meet quotas. It'll be layoffs for everyone, and I won't owe Deimos a damn credit. Shit. You're right. Fine. You got me. You say I take you to the goods and we bring it back. You can even say you found it. Just don't turn me in, all right? Yeah. I'm not an idiot. Just, follow me. We're going outside.
If it's any consolation, I don't trust this man either. I'll keep an eye on him.
Excuse me?
Working the deep mines. That's where you make the big bucks.
Just because the governor's office is right out there on the main level doesn't mean it's not secure.
I'm impressed you figured it all out on your own. I thought I was being real careful. It was so easy, right? Boss man Trevor's so loud sometimes, you know? And I got good hearing, so I overheard you all talking about this equipment. I knew what it meant to everyone and how screwed they'd all be without it. And then Trevor just lets me go pick it up because he thought I was showing initiative. It really was the perfect plan. You know, it's too bad. I bet I could have made bank on selling this stuff. What do you think? 500 grand? Cool mill, maybe? But where would I even have sold it? Not like I would have been able to march pallets of mining equipment down to Jane's without anyone noticing. Probably best we're returning it, because what a nightmare that would have been trying to offload it. And trying to destroy it all would have been another huge pain in the ass. It's mostly metal, right? Was I thinking? I guess I could have flown somewhere remote and buried it, dump it all in one of the old mines and forget about it. But then you would have been real screwed, huh? Good thing you found me before I did that. Am I right? Almost there, all right? Had to park my ship away so they wouldn't find it right away. I'm sure you get it. Seemed like a good idea at the time. Didn't think I'd be going all the way back so soon. At least you won't have to walk all the way back. I mean, you know, maybe we'll take the ship back to port and let someone else unload it. Save ourselves the hassle of hauling it all back ourselves. Anyway, just up ahead. All right, that's enough. Now face me, so I don't have to shoot you in the back. You didn't think I'd just reveal my plan, and then let you walk away while knowing everything, did you? Damn, you're dumber than I thought. No. We got a problem we can't resolve. Namely, you know too much. Do they? Oh, maybe I need to rethink what I'm doing. Damn it. You're right. What the hell am I doing? This is freaking stupid, even for me. This whole idea, I barely thought it through. I just acted because it seemed like my only shot. I really don't want to hurt anyone. I'm in too deep and I don't know what to do. I know I don't deserve it, but will you help me? Please? don't know. I mean, I wouldn't if I were in your shoes. I can start by giving you my gun to prove I won't try to kill you. That's about all I can really do. For real, you made me see what I'm doing is wrong. What? Just because I'm a minor, I can't have nice things? It was my old man's. He gave it to me when he got his new one. It's older and it's got some issues, but I've been trying to fix it up in my spare time. This was my first big test run of it. I don't like it, but you might be onto something. If I come clean, maybe it'll go easy on me, especially if you tell them what happened here. Fine, I'll do it. It's the right thing to do. And hey, at least they'll probably void my contract. Gotta look on the bright side, I guess.
That was a smart decision. We couldn't simply let him walk away from that situation. Hard to keep Sidonia graffiti-free.
If you see any trouble, you let us know. Sergeant Booth at your service. If you have a security-related concern, bring it up to me.
I think I'm gonna take the kids off world. It's good for them to get back.
A reduced noise ordinance is in effect every night from 2200 hours until 0500 hours the next morning.
Not if I've got anything to say about it. For real, though. I don't know if it's because everyone's too busy working, or if it's because of the military presence, but crime's pretty low. We get the occasional drunken brawls, petty thefts and stuff, but Sidonia ain't exactly a hotbed of crime. We're not Neon. As much as someone's last name is a nickname, friends, acquaintances, and other locals call me Booth. You can call me Sergeant Booth.
Well, it ain't drugs if that's what you're worried about. You'll notice it happens to miners and anyone else that's been down in the red Martian dust too long. Nothing to worry about any more than anyone else around here. Used to be a sign someone was ready for the Red Devils. And some of the ex-Red Devils still think they're a big deal. They ain't as badass as they think they are. And any that do have a chip on their shoulder and cause trouble, well, I'll put them in their place. Be seeing you around. We run a tight ship here on Sidonia. Anyone who steps out of line, well, they learn never to do it again. Stay out of trouble.
Here, I have something for you. You're welcome. I picked it up on one of our latest planetary expeditions. I'm more than just an extra gun, you know. Sure. And I'll include a thank you card as well. Check back with me from time to time after we return from our planetary jaunts. If I pick anything up.
The locals tend to stay out of trouble. Visitors? That's another. Keep on the straight and narrow, and don't let me keep you.
Be careful down near the mines, and enter any active sites at your own risk.